were, just your reaction not only to the loss but the way it unfolded tonight?
Yeah, obviously first 20 minutes, I think we, probably had one or two sixes again, 3 errors, I think, in that period of time, which gave them field position, and then, they just executed really well. I think 2 shift tries, and then, last play try off the post, and just ended up. I think the field position that we gave them there, they earned as well through that first period of the game, and then the physicality. I felt like we got our contacts were poor and theirs were good as well. So I thought our bench guys came on and then sort of shifted that towards the back end of the first half. It was close to us grabbing one there, and then they just definitely set the tone for the second half as well.
What were you saying to that half time, 24-0 down?
It was pretty. We sort of assessed the first half pretty quickly, but we had to move on to what we needed to do on the second half. We were pretty clear about how we wanted to come out and play, and belief in, trying to knock it off one by one, and we started that way fairly well. Disappointed in, I felt like we had another try there that should have been a try that we're on our way, and that was, I think that would have been 24-16, and then it starts to get close.
I was going to say, Rob, it was a really nice exchange of passes down the left. Suaalii goes through, looks like it's a try, gets called back. Do you think it was an errant whistle? Like, obviously you don't think it was a forward pass?
No, I didn't think it was forward. I don't think anybody thought it was forward except for the ref. Even looking at the replays and the angle of the pass, that's a big call in that moment, and you can't get that wrong.
Teddy, you were involved in the play. You've got a pretty good view of it. How did you see it?
Yeah, I didn't think it was forward. We thought we probably could have scored off the back of it. It could have been a different contest, but I didn't agree that it was forward.
Robbo, Luke Keary copped a couple of knocks early in the game. How's he doing?
Yeah, he's fine.
How do you pick the guys up after a loss like this and make sure that they're ready to go for a knockout final next weekend?
It's footy. It's what you do. This is what you lick your wounds, pick up your lessons, and then you get going into next week with real positivity and move on. That's what we live week to week, and we've got to do it. That's what we do.
Robert, you talked about your contacts in the first 20 minutes or so. Did you feel you were letting them come to you a bit too much? Were you aggressive enough to kind of knock them off that game?
I felt like we were going to them, but I felt like they were winning the physical battle there. I felt like the contacts through the middle, especially. It was probably on the first couple of plays on a few occasions, but definitely sort of tackles 3, 4, 5. That was they were bumping us back on multiple occasions there, so that was disappointing.
Is Jad's coming straight back in next week?
Yeah.
Robert, if the scoreline's closer, probably not asking the question, but the fact that they were so dominant, what's it going to take to beat a team like Panthers? Do you have to be perfect?
No, you don't have to be perfect. No team's perfect.
They were, though. Was that a perfect performance in their first half? Do you think?
I think they were 22 from 22, so that's that. But it's pretty silly to say they're perfect. Every team opens doors in different ways, and you've got to take opportunities. That's why Melbourne finished on top, and they finished second. So, but you have to be very, very good, and we weren't,
So Teddy, a lot gets made of that 10 in a row, but I think you kept them trials for about 48, 50 minutes. You did score 2, almost had 3. Does that stretch either side of half-time give you the confidence that if you can get the Roosters footy going, you can match it with this team?
Yeah, we spoke about that. We can do it in periods of games. When we put it all together, pretty hard to beat, but it's just we haven't probably had an 80-minute performance all year, especially against teams like Penrith and Melbourne. You have to do it for 80 minutes. So, that first half at the start of the game, we can't come out in the final and given that much possession and that much ball, it's hard to run down. So we can do it in patches. We just got to execute that performance going forward.